Okay, friends. So our today's topic of discussion. This will be the last lecture for the geography of Maharashtra, and our today's topic of discussion will be earthquakes in Maharashtra. Suppose the earthquakes all along the world are right now in the news. Recently, the big earthquake hit Turkey. Last week, even Indian NCR region experienced earthquake. Pakistan, Afghanistan. So, in fact, your own state Maharashtra is also susceptible to the earthquakes. In the erstwhile, almost all in 1967, Koyna earthquake and 1993, Killari earthquake. Two severe earthquakes has been hit to the Maharashtra so far. So in today's lecture, our basic point of discussion will be we will try to get the basic information regarding earthquake. What is mean by earthquake? What are the types of earthquake? What are the causes for the earthquake? Then how exactly earthquake used to measure? What are the different measurement units? And then we will see the earthquake from the Maharashtra perspective. And simultaneously we will do the zonation suppose. So let's start. Initially, first of all, you must have to know the definition of earthquake. That what is mean by earthquake. Definition is important. Even this definition is asked multiple times in the MPSC, Rajya Seva, in UPSC civil services exam, even in your combined exam. What is mean by earthquake? So simple. What is mean by earthquake? Earthquake is a violent shaking of the earth's crust. Basically, earth is made up of three different concentric layers like crust, mantle and core. So whenever the crustal parts used to shake, that violent shaking is known as earthquake suppose. So this is the thing, violent shaking, and generally this shaking could be because of two types. Suppose it might be a natural or it might be artificial also, but generally natural shaking produces earthquake. देन नेक्स्ट थिंग सपोज व्हाट इज द डिवाइस, ये भी क्वेश्चन आप लोगों को पूछा गया कि विच डिवाइस इज यूज्ड फॉर द मेजरमेंट ऑफ अर्थक्वेक. सो दैट डिवाइस इज नोन एज सिस्मोग्राफ. Seismograph. This is the device. Suppose seismology, seismic activity are associated with the plate tectonic or earthquake activity. Suppose so, whatever activities or those waves which are means generated at the time of earthquake, all those waves are used to measure on the device of name seismograph. So definition, the violent shaking of the earth crust is known as earthquake, and these earthquakes are generally used to measure with the device of name seismograph. Now next thing, suppose देन आप लोगों को ये भी पूछा गया कि व्हाट इज मीन बाय हाइपो सेंटर, व्हाट इज मीन बाय ईपी सेंटर, व्हाट इज मीन बाय टेक्टोनिक मीन्स प्लेट बॉर्डर. सपोज टेक्टोनिक प्लेट बॉर्डर्स, ये भी क्वेश्चंस आप लोगों को पूछे गए हैं. दूसरा आप लोगों को मेजर आता है दैट व्हाट आर द टाइप्स ऑफ अर्थक्वेक, मीन्स हाउ अर्थक्वेक्स जनरली अकर्ड. सपोज सो बेसिकली अर्थक्वेक्स आर कैटेगराइज्ड और देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ अर्थक्वेक्स. First type of earthquake is based on the causative factor. That what are the causative factor? That means the earthquake, is it generated due to the natural forces or the artificial or human made causes are responsible. So generally world's majority of the earthquakes, means almost all earthquakes are natural suppose. And for natural earthquakes there are various reasons. For instance, volcanic activity, volcano. आप लोग ध्यान में रखिए, ऑलमोस्ट ऑल एवरी वोल्केनिक इरप्शन और एक्सप्लोजन, जनरली एवरी वोल्केनिक इरप्शन एक्सप्लोजन इज एसोसिएटेड विद द काइंड ऑफ अर्थक्वेक. Those earthquake are generally local in nature, but every explosion of volcano will produce a local or regional earthquake. So volcanic activity is the first reason. Second reason is the plate tectonic. Suppose this is a very natural cause, plate tectonics, the tectonic activity or the activity between the two different plates. So basically there are two types of plate, oceanic plate and crustal plate, and they used to interact each other in a three different ways. Suppose so, second reason is the tectonic activity other than volcanism. Next, isostasy could be one of the reason. Isostasy, these are the earthquake which are generated due to the disturbances into the gravitational equilibrium. In fact, there is a mechanism which maintain the gravity between the low-lying parts and the uplying parts of mountain. So whenever this gravitational equilibrium used to disturb, that time isostatic earthquakes generally occurred, and these isostatic earthquakes are generally occurred in the zone of mountains, because this isostasis is generally associated with the mountain building or mountain related activity, suppose. And next is the plutonic earthquake. Plutonic earthquake are also known as deep rooted earthquake. Whenever the focus of the earthquake is located more than 300 kilometer deep in the earth crust, those type of earthquakes are generally known as plutonic earthquake. So tectonic earthquake, plutonic earthquake, isostatic earthquake, and volcanic earthquake, these are the natural causes for the generation of earthquake. And other than that, second type of earthquake, other than the causative factor, the second type of earthquake is your, means it's depending upon the depth, suppose. Depending upon the depth, suppose there are three types of earthquake. First is moderate earthquake. Moderate earthquakes are generally generated at the depth of 0 to 50 kilometer. Then comes your intermediate earthquake. Intermediate earthquakes are generated at a depth of 50 to 250 kilometer. And the third one is the deep focus earthquake. Deep focus, that means their focus will be located at the greater depth. They are from 300 to 700 kilometer. So what we are talking about, the plutonic earthquake. Plutonic is the same as deep focused earthquake. Second categorization based on the depth: moderate 0 to 50 kilometer, intermediate 50 to 250 kilometer, and the deep focus earthquake 250 to 700 kilometer. In fact, these deep focus earthquakes are quite dangerous, suppose. The big area can experience its activity. So types of earthquake: causative factor, based on causative factors, and second up depending upon the depth of focus. Causes of earthquakes, suppose कि एक अभी causes, what could be the probable causes of earthquake? So there are two causes, suppose, basically. First is natural cause and another is artificial. So how naturally earthquake could be generated? First we discuss it could be generated through the tectonic activity, through the isostatic activity, through the plutonic activity, through the volcanic activity. Simultaneously it could be generated due to the explosion of the gases inside the earth. Suppose you know that there are gases inside the earth. Suppose this is a gas, and when this gas will get burst due to the high temperature, it will lead to the kind of explosion, and that explosion will create a kind of shaking in the earth's crust. लैंडस्लाइड इज वन ऑफ द रीजन. मास वास्टिंग जिसे कहते हैं हम लोग, मास वास्टिंग और लैंडस्लाइड. सो जनरली लैंडस्लाइड अगर बड़े पैमाने के ऊपर हो, if the occurrence of landslide is on the greater area, suppose even that landslide can generate a local earthquake, a sudden fall of big debris, suppose. So these kind of earthquakes are generally again occurred in the state of Himalaya. हिमालयन स्टेट में जनरली आप लोगों को दिखता है. ये आप लोगों का आएगा जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, विच इज टेक्टोनिकली एक्टिव. देन कम्स योर हिमाचल प्रदेश, and even the most recent which is in news is Uttarakhand. These all three states are very much susceptible to the landslide types of natural events. So this landslide or mass wasting again could lead to the generation of local earthquake. So these are the natural reasons. And other than natural reasons, what could be the anthropogenic reasons? Suppose anthropogenic reasons are again important over here. So anthropogenic reasons may be deep underground mining, suppose even mining explosion. इसको mining collapse earthquake कहा जाता है इसे, कि generally if the roof of mine gets collapsed that collapse will create a shaking, violent shaking, and that will create an earthquake suppose. So deep underground mining could be the anthropogenic reason for earthquake, which could generate a regional earthquake. Secondly, dynamite blasting. आपने देखा होगा बहुत सी खदानें रहती, there are mines of rocks. So to get that rocks out of the mines, we used to blast those mines suppose with the help of dynamites. So even this could generate the tremors in the earth crust. Deep underground tunneling. आपने देखा होगा कंस्ट्रक्शन करते समय कुछ डिवाइसेस होते हैं जो कंसिस्टेंटली पत्थर तोड़ने का काम करते हैं, इवन दोज क्रिएट द शेकिंग सपोज. ट्रिमर जनरेट किया जाता है यहाँ पे. न्यूक्लियर एक्सप्लोजन कुड बी अ प्रोबेबल रीजन. In fact, every nuclear explosion creates a earthquake. Suppose we used to calculate the intensity of that nuclear bomb from the event that how much magnitude of earthquake has been generated. Remember this. So every nuclear explosion is associated with a big nuclear explosion, generally can create earthquake. And next reason could be a reservoir induced earthquake. Reservoir induced earthquake. रिजर्वायर मीन्स आपने बहुत बड़ा डैम कंस्ट्रक्ट कर दिया और इस डैम की वजह से बहुत बड़ा वाटर रिजर्वायर बन गया है. ये वाटर रिजर्वायर नीचे जो पत्थर है, दिस रॉक इज नॉट सपोर्टिव or that rock is not able to hold the pressure and weight of that reservoir. So this type of that pressure will break the rock and this will again create the tremors. The best example of this kind of earthquake is 1967 Koyna earthquake. Koyna dam is located in the Satara district of Maharashtra. In 1962, this dam was created, and immediately after the 5 years of its construction, this disastrous earthquake occurred in that region of western Maharashtra. So these are the reasons. What are the causes of earthquake? Natural causes, man-made or anthropogenic causes. Even this was the question in multiple exam. Next thing is regarding most important. Next thing is about measurement of earthquake. That how exactly we used to measure the intensity or magnitude of earthquake. So basically there are two scales or two methods or two types. Those scales are Richter scale and Mercalli scale. And two things we used to measure. First we used to measure intensity. इंटेंसिटी को कहते हैं आप लोग तीव्रता, कितनी तीव्रता का भूकंप है ये. So intensity is generally measured with the help of Mercalli scale. Mercalli scale, you can read it over here. What this Mercalli scale measures? So Mercalli scale measures the visible damage caused by an earthquake. Exactly कितना डैमेज आप लोगों के earthquake की वजह से हुआ है, visible damage generally. And what are the units? This measured damage, visible damage, and what are the units or what are the scale of this Mercalli scale? So the scaling is from 1 to 12 suppose. 1 to 12. Intensity of earthquake is generally measured with the help of Mercalli scale, and the range of Mercalli scale is from 1 to 12, and it measures generally the visible damage caused by an earthquake. Second type of scale is your magnitude, or what most important thing we used to measure is magnitude, and that magnitude scale is known as Richter scale. What is the range of Richter scale? So Richter scale range from 0 to 10, 0 से लेके 10 तक. And what is measure actually? So it measures the amount of energy escaped. Exactly how much amount of energy has been escaped through the event of earthquake. This energy we generally use to measure in the erg. Erg is a physical unit to measure energy suppose. So remember this. This is most important. ये पूछा गया, बहुत बार पूछा गया ये स्केलिंग आप लोगों को. कौन सी दो स्केल है? सो जनरली अर्थक्वेक से हम लोग दो चीजें मेजर करते हैं. फर्स्ट इज इंटेंसिटी एंड अनदर इज मैग्नीट्यूड. इंटेंसिटी इज मेजर विद द हेल्प ऑफ Mercalli scale. This Mercalli scale measure the visible damage caused by an earthquake and it is ranging from 1 to 12. And the second type of scale is your Richter scale. It measures magnitude. It range from 0 to 10. And what it measures? It measures the amount of energy released during the earthquake. Please do remember this most important thing. इसमें केस स्टडी भी देखेंगे हम लोग, रिजर्वायर इंड्यूस्ड अर्थक्वेक्स, रिजर्वायर इंड्यूस्ड अर्थक्वेक, कोयना डैम। अभी रिजर्वायर इंड्यूस्ड यानी बड़े बड़े डैम्स की वजह से कैसे भूकंप आ सकता है। सो इसमें केस देखेंगे हम लोग। ये केस है आप लोगों के कोयना नगर की। कोयना नगर इज अ टाउन विच इज लोकेटेड इन द सतारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र। In 1962, in Satara at Koyna Nagar, one dam was built or constructed. That dam is known as Koyna Dam on the Koyna River. Koyna Dam. 1962 में इसे ये किया गया था। 1962 के बाद इसे 1963 में वाटर से फिल कर दिया गया है। It was filled with water, and suddenly in 1967 a big earthquake occurred on 11th of December. ये डेट भी आप लोग ध्यान में रख सकते हो। On 11th of December 1967, this earthquake was of magnitude 6.3 on Richter scale, which killed 150 people and wounded thousands of people. 1962 Koyna earthquake. It is also known as reservoir induced earthquake. Means साइंटिस्ट का ऐसा कहना है कि दिस earthquake is caused due to the big weight and pressure of that reservoir. The basic rock system is not able to hold the weight and pressure of this reservoir, and due to which a big crack has been developed over there. A 25-kilometer long crack around the Koyna Dam, but thank God that dam was not burst. Suppose a small crack was there in the dam, and that was patched up immediately. Suppose so, it was not a big threat. Suppose, but still we have to take care of it. Suppose the first case study is of Koyna Dam, the Maharashtra's first earthquake in the year of 1967 in the districts of Satara, which was caused by the Koyna Dam. Suppose, and after that the most recent 30 years back in the year of 1993, 30th of September 1993, another earthquake. 30 September 1993. This earthquake occurred in the two district of Marathwada region of Maharashtra, Latur and Dharashiv. Means erstwhile Osmanabad. A very dangerous earthquake was this. Almost all 52 villages were destroyed, literally vanished, flat to land, and more than 10,000 of people were killed. More than 10,000. It was a disastrous earthquake. Osa block of Latur and Umarga block of Dharashiv was the most severely affected areas due to the earthquake. This earthquake generally had the magnitude of 6.2. In fact, this area is not prone to the earthquake, but still that was the main question, that then how the earthquake has been occurred if the area is not susceptible. So again, some of the scientists are saying that this earthquake is again occur due to one reservoir. That reservoir is again of Terna river, Terna dam कहा जाता है इसे, Terna dam और Terna reservoir. A big earthquake of 1993, Latur earthquake. This earthquake is generally occurred due to the faulting. Suppose faulting and folding is also one of the reason, and there is a big fault beneath the Marathwada region or Latur region. Suppose so that region is again susceptible. That comes under the zonation of number 3, zone number 3. which is vulnerable to the earthquake activities along the Maharashtra. Remember this. Now, if you talk in the context of India, suppose we discussed about Maharashtra, but if you talk in the context of India, this is the Indian plate, and over here is your Eurasian plate. There is a collision between two plates. Earthquake is occur generally due to the collision of three different types of collision. If both the plates are interacting each other, this collision is known as convergent type of movement. If both the plates are moving apart from each other, it is known as divergent type of collision. And if they are moving parallel to each other like this zigzag position, it is known as transform type of movement, suppose. So in this case, between Indian and Eurasian type of movement, it's a convergent type of movement. Indian plate is going beneath the Eurasian plate with the speed of 4.47 millimeter per year. That means ऐसा समझ लीजिए 5 सेंटीमीटर per year. This is the speed with which the Indian plate is subducting under the Eurasian plate. And by the way, India's 58% of area is directly susceptible to the earthquake activities. 58% of area in India is earthquake prone zone. It is categorized under the earthquake prone zone. See, this is the map. You can see it over here. A big important map. One minute. See, so basically categorization or zonation is done in 4 levels. First is zone 5, zone 5, zone 4, zone 3 and zone 2. Zone 2 is considered as a safe place. Zone 3 is considered as a vulnerable to the activity. Zone 2 is considered as a dangerous, and zone 1 is a ultra dangerous. That means, and this zonation, if you see it over here, India suppose entire northern and northeastern border, this entire border, you can see this red zone. This is the zone number 5. It comes in Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, along the borders of Nepal, then the northern Bihar, Sikkim, and almost all entire northeastern region. See, again it will move to the Pakistan. Recently there was the earthquake in Pakistan also along the Hindu Kush mountain ranges. It will go to the Hindu Kush, and again it will move to the southern side. See the Kutch region of Gujarat. 26th of December 2001, a devastating earthquake hits Gujarat and kills thousands of people, because this area is again susceptible to the activity. This blue color indicates zone 2. This is zone 2. Suppose this is zone 5, then comes this zone 4. We will come in a descending order. This is zone number 5, this red color, then this brown color indicates zone 4, this entire zone 4. Margin of plate. Boundary is directly susceptible, and plate margin is the another zonation. Then comes your zone 3, this entire yellow color, yellow, dull tip yellow. This entire yellow color indicates zone 3. Nasik, your own city, Pune, your city, categorized under the zone 3, vulnerable. Then comes blue color, the safest place. It comes in Rajasthan, northern parts of Madhya Pradesh, eastern Gujarat, then your central and eastern Maharashtra. Western Maharashtra comes under zone 3. And eastern Maharashtra comes under zone 2, zone 3. See this. The entire northern fringes of Maharashtra state. The entire northern Maharashtra and the entire coastal line Konkan area and your western Maharashtra also. Zone 5 most dangerous, zone 4 dangerous, zone 3 vulnerable, and zone 2 is safe zone. Please remember this. One minute. Okay, I hope you understand this figure. This is most important figure. Multiple times this figure has been asked in exam. Again I am telling, remember this zonation, the entire parallel border of Himalayas. इन महाराष्ट्र, अभी क्वेश्चन ये कि 4 में से महाराष्ट्र में कितने जोन है. सो महाराष्ट्र में दूसरा जोन है, महाराष्ट्र में तीसरा जोन है और महाराष्ट्र में चौथा भी जोन आता है. सो देर आर बेसिकली 3 सिस्मिक जोन्स इन महाराष्ट्र. जोन 2, जोन 3 एंड जोन 4. 2, 3 एंड 4. अभी इसमें से कौन सी सिटी किस में आती है, ये भी क्वेश्चन आप लोगों को पूछा जा सकता है. ये टेस्ट सीरीज में तो है ही ये क्वेश्चन कि पुणे सिटी महाराष्ट्र. रिसेंटली ब्यूरो ऑफ इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड जो बिस आप लोगों का, उसने महाराष्ट्र का एक सिस्मोग्राफिक मैप बनाया था. तो उसमें उन्होंने बताया था कि द इम्पोर्टेंट क्लास ए, क्लास बी सिटीज आर कैटेगराइज्ड अंडर डिफरेंट जोनेशंस. सो फॉर इंस्टेंस इसमें फर्स्ट सिटी हम लोग लेंगे सपोज औरंगाबाद. औरंगाबाद आती है आप लोगों की जोन 2 में, सेफ कैटेगरी में आएगा. नेक्स्ट आप लोगों की आएंगी नागपुर सिटी. नागपुर सिटी भी आती है आप लोगों की सेकंड कैटेगरी में. देन आएगा आप लोगों का नासिक सिटी. नासिक सिटी आती है कैटेगरी 3 में, जो जोन 3 सिटी. देन कम्स योर धाराशिव, ओस्मानाबाद. Your Dharashiv is again categorized into the zone 3. Sholapur. Sholapur is again comes under category 3. Sholapur के बाद मुंबई, उसके बाद ठाणे. अगेन कम्स अंडर कैटेगरी 3. मैंने आपको पहले कहा था कोंकण से सटा हुआ जितना भी एरिया है इट कम्स अंडर नॉर्थ महाराष्ट्र, वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र, कोंकण कोस्ट इंटायरली कम्स अंडर जोन 3. औरंगाबाद 2, नागपुर 2, नासिक 3, धाराशिव 3, शोलापुर 3 एंड मुंबई एंड ठाणे अगेन इन थर्ड जोनेशन. ससेप्टेबल और वल्नरेबल टू द earthquakes activity. There is no map of this zonation suppose, but you can learn from this. So this is important. बाकी नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में देखेंगे हम लोग. थैंक यू.